whole ass to get out for the storm came in. Can't believe I actually got everything in before it started raining. I guess this will do for an intro. So I just got back from the junkyard, basically, with this thing, and I'm going to turn it into a furnace that will be hot enough to cook or melt aluminum and maybe copper or metal in general. And it's a little bit big. I'm only going to use one of these apartments here, and if you look, it's meant to be on its side. So, but I just have it standing up like this. So I have a hole to put this thing in because it needs air going into it to be able to get the coals hot enough to melt stuff. And it was pretty hard to be able to get in there. I had to use this drill to drill holes into it, and it couldn't even drill through it. So I used this little thing here and hammered it in to the metal so I could get these guys into the hole and make the hole big enough so I could use these wire cutters to cut the metal. But the metal was so strong that I couldn't really cut it. I had to twist it to be able to snap it off of the rest of this thing. So I'm going to continue making this. I couldn't find a crucible. I couldn't find a thing to hold the crucible. I couldn't find bricks to put inside of it to keep it more insulated. And the virus is definitely making this way harder than it would be. So I'm in a little bit of trouble, but I'll continue making this as it comes along. I couldn't find anything at the junkyard. I have to order a crucible, probably some clamps to get the crucible unless it comes with it. And I have to go pick up some bricks at Home Depot to help insulate it. So this isn't going as much to plan as I thought it would, but nothing this year has been going to plan as we thought it would. This virus is not helping me one bit. So yeah, I'll see when I get everything and I start melting stuff. So yeah. So I got the bricks for this. I don't have any footage of me putting the bricks in or doing anything, but at least I got them. They cost me about 15 bucks at less than 15 bucks, I would say, at a Home Depot. And that one didn't fit in quite right, because as you can see, like, these go down and fit pretty well into the space between the stone and the red storage container thing. And so I had to break this one, and I was wondering, I kind of need some bricks to put over here to help insulate this area, because I didn't want it to as much hot air to leak out. And so this, it may not look like it, but this actually solves two problems. One, now this whole door can close, and I have an insulator, more of an insulator on this side. And here's the pipe. It runs through these bricks that help keep it help it stay insulated. Then all I have to do is crimp this end to fit it around a leaf blower or something that can blow air into here, and that will heat up the coals, because oxygen does two things. It's not actually flammable, but it makes things that normally would not burn, and it makes things that burn hotter. So the more oxygen that is being blown into here, the hotter the coals will get. That's why when you blow on a campfire to get it to stop smoking, or to when you're making fire to blow, you would blow onto the fire, and that would make it hotter and make the wood catch on fire or keep the fire from going out. And so right now all I'm waiting on is the crucible, and the thing to take the crucible out. Otherwise, I'm pretty much all set right now. And currently, if you exclude the crucible cost, this is under $30 of work. If you include the crucible, then it goes up to $40 to $45. So if this doesn't work, I won't be that disappointed, because it really didn't set me back at all. It was pretty easy, except when I had to punch the hole into here. But otherwise, this has been a pretty easy project, and I hope it turns out and we can melt specifically aluminum, but other metals would be great too. So once I get the crucible, I can finally get this thing fired up. The crucible hasn't arrived yet, but I'm doing a little test run. And so for my ventilation, I put in this leaf blower here, going through a pipe that leads into here. And you guys probably won't be able to hear me, so I'll just show you what's going on in there. So as you can tell, it's very, very hot. And I'll show you guys more when the crucible arrives. And actually, I'm going to show you the end result once this leaf blower runs out of battery. Blower's batteries ran out, and this is the result. So there's a little bit still left in the can. The can was about yellow hot when I pulled out, yellow-orange hot. Then I immediately threw it into this bucket of water. And the bottom of the can completely melted. You can see patterns of the bottom of this can on these, so that's evidence that it completely melted. It was in there for about 7 minutes, which isn't long at all. And I did not take any videos or pictures of me pulling this stuff out, because it was very hard to get around canister out with basically just this. So yeah, but it did result in me melting a aluminum can. And I have, come back over here, this temperature reader, which said that the outside temperature didn't get over around 175 degrees, which means that these bricks are doing a great job insulating. And right now you can tell they're about 250, which is still pretty hot for it being off for about 10-15 minutes now. So it is working extremely well. I'm gonna get a corded leaf blower soon, and once the crucible arrives, I can finally start melting stuff. And today's Sunday. I'm supposed to start getting stuff tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and our packages have been around a day late lately, and so Wednesday too. So from Monday through Wednesday, I could be getting stuff. So I am very, very happy that this worked. A week later, it's next week Sunday, or a week after last Sunday, and it is Father's Day. And I got the crucible, I got everything, I actually got it pretty much all day early for once. But I can't use this for 2 reasons. Number one, these clamps, I don't know their actual name, can't quite fit around it. And I need to preheat this to 400 degrees for 1 hour, and our oven is broken, which is really bad timing, so I can't use this one, which is fine. I'm just gonna use the metal can like last time. This isn't the same one. Obviously, there's 3 cans in there, soda cans in there already. The coals are in there warming up. I need to get a little bit harder before I can put the can in and turn the air on. But yeah, and just for a little price thing, if you exclude this, the crucible, your price would be around, because these clamps are about $10, your end price would probably be around $45-50 bucks. But if you include the Crucible, then it'd be like 70, 75 bucks. So it's pretty cheap. It's cheaper than one of the oven things you could buy online, which are about $150 to $200. But so this is way cheaper than one of those, but it is pretty expensive unless you don't buy a Crucible and you just use like a steel can or something. So this is all very, very cheap for now what we're doing. And yeah, and once the coals are warm enough and I can put the can in and turn the air on, I will show you guys what's going on. But that the metal doors are bending and shifting, and look at all of that hot ash that's going out. And we had to put a weight on it to keep the doors from opening. And you can see like a little red glow on the inside. So it's very, very hot in there. Temperature got up to 500 degrees. And I learned that there's actually wood inside of these doors, and so they started burning. And it got so hot that the paint burned off of the doors. And these cans, they melted together. I had to pull them out prematurely because it is starting to get really stormy. But this is what I've been looking for. And with a little bit more time and maybe a little bit more fuel, I'll be able to get liquid metal. So I'm very excited about this. Unfortunately, I have to do other videos like the Minecraft Let's Plays. I have the audio for those. I have to do the I just have to do a bunch of stuff. I'm going camping soon, so I'm going to do a little camping vlog thing. So this is pretty much it with this video. I may come back with more stuff, but hope you all have a nice day. I hope you're staying healthy, and yeah, here it is. This is what we got. Do not try this at home. This was very dangerous. There were sparks flying everywhere. I had to wet down this whole area. I had to wait for just the right time where we weren't in drought. We weren't close to drought. I had to wet down the wheels so they didn't melt or pop. I had to do a bunch of stuff, do many safety precautions. So do not ever try this at home. And bye.